Hey guys, it's Dan, your host, your Dan's Reviews, and today I'm back for another video for Fear of the Walking Dead. This one's going to be doing another video after the crazy episode 4 of Season 8, the final season. I want to discuss another future storyline that we're going to be getting coming up here in the next few episodes of Fear of the Walking Dead, which is the old Eastman location, and will we see any kind of hallucinations?
There's no way Padre's leaving it unguarded.
Why do you think I put it on wheels in the first place?
Those are the tracks it was on.
They are getting closer. I'm on my way to you. Don't you try and stop me!
Alright guys, this one's going to be doing another video today. This one's going to be doing another video for Fear of the Walking Dead. And in today's video, we're back with another discussion topic video after episode 4 of the final season of Fear of the Walking Dead. Wanted to discuss this one a little bit because we did just get a major episode for Fear. Probably, I would argue, one of the greatest Fear of the Walking Dead episodes ever made, to be honest. Like I said, this one, 601, and, some of the others, I mean, these are, like, the top-tier episodes of Fear of the Walking Dead, some of the ones from Season 3, 601, and 804, I would say, are all some of the greatest episodes of Fear of the Walking Dead, with this one probably either being my favorite or my second favorite, because it is really, really spectacular. I loved episode 4. I thought it was really, really good. You go ahead and check out the review if you haven't seen that yet, but we're going to have a lot of discussion topics coming up this week now, so I figured we'd get started with probably the most important one after the review, which is, of course, the future of what's going on right now, obviously, with Morgan. We know that Grace is not doing too well. We know that she is probably going to die in episode 5 of Fear the Walking Dead, mainly because, we know that based off of the trailer, it clearly says written in blood in the train that June is in, which is where Morgan's in right here in the trailer. That Grace turned and Mo ran. So Grace is probably not going to make it. Morgan is going to go insane, and somewhere in between all that, Mo runs away. Okay, so that's what happens with her. Now, I believe that's probably going to be the majority of episode 5. That's probably going to be there'll probably be a cliffhanger in there somewhere. And then the mid-season finale, which is episode 6, we are going to see more Padre stuff. We know that Madison's in that episode based off of the description at least. And we know that we're going to get to see our crew taking out a bunch of the Padre walkers that they had in those containers. I know that's a major part of episode 6. But aside from that, what else are we going to see? Because we see Morgan with this blue jacket, which in episode 4 he started wearing, and in episode 6 we know he's going to be wearing, because that episode is titled All I See Is Red, right? And we know that Mo ran away. Now, here's my prediction when it comes to all this. I think Padre is going to then capture Mo in episode 6 after the death of Grace, right? And Morgan is going to go after Padre to try to get his daughter back, obviously, right? And Morgan's going to stumble upon them, and I think he's going to go clear mode. I do. Which is therefore standing for the title of the episode, All I See Is Red. So Morgan's going to go crazy mode. He's going to get his daughter back. He's, of course, going to fight, to the death. He's going to kill a whole bunch of Padre guards just to get Mo back, right? Now, past that, what's going to happen? Well, now I think is when the really interesting stuff is going to happen. So, after Morgan goes clear mode, after he sees red, after he goes nuts, he's still dealing with the death of Grace. He's going to get Mo back. He's going to kill the Padre guards. They're going to, take out, of course, the rest of the Padre walkers and stuff like that. But I think another major part of this mid-season finale that I think is going to be really amazing if they do this right is visiting Eastman's old location, which I think is about to work out so well if they do this correctly. Because, think about it. He loses Grace, right? He, of course, loses his mind. He starts painting, like, all this crazy stuff on the walls again. Morgan has just lost his mind after the death of Grace. This time, though, he's able to save Mo's life, so there's a bit of a change, right, compared to what happened to him originally. And I think he's going to go back to Eastman's old house because he knows he's lost his mind. He knows that he's, gone completely crazy. And I think they're going to bury Grace at Eastman's old house. I do. Because You can clearly see in this photo right here that these are the same graves as the ones right here on the Eastman had at his old place. They're the same graves. They completely, redesigned them again for season 8. And we can also see that Mo is wearing a new shirt. She has a staff in her hand, which therefore makes me think that the way that Morgan is going to be able to snap out of it so that he doesn't go fully crazy, is that he's going to go back to Eastman's old house. They're going to bury Grace, and then Morgan is going to teach his daughter the ways of, the staff, right? He's going to train her. And I really hope they do this. I think that would be so cool. If you see like a montage of like the two of them and Morgan's like teaching his daughter how to use the staff correctly, that would be really, really amazing. I would love that. Now, the biggest question about all of this now is that, okay, so Morgan goes back to Eastman's place. He kind of, pulls himself together. He, gets his mind, kind of back on track, right? Instead of seeing red all the time, which we know he's going to do. And I think, honestly, this one is a very unlikely one. I'm very unsure about this, so keep in mind what I'm about to say. I'm very unsure about this one. But I would love if they could get the actor for Eastman back. I really would. Because we know that Morgan is almost done. We know that his character is coming to an end. Lenny James wants off. And we know that the reason why they're probably doing all this King County stuff and all this Eastman stuff coming up, obviously, and this seeing red and all this stuff, history is repeating itself with Morgan. He's now going to lose Grace. And, his daughter's life is on the line and stuff like that. Like, it's very familiar, right? And they're doing this because his story is coming full circle, which I think is really cool. But I think he's going to pull himself together, and I really think that it'd be nice if Eastman had a hallucination type of scene with Morgan. I really do. I really hope that Morgan is losing his mind. He's going crazy. And the person that snaps Morgan out of this is a hallucination of, Eastman. I think that would be incredible. I don't know what the actor's schedule looks like. I don't know if he'll ever be able to come back, but if he did, this would be incredible if they could get the Eastman actor back. I would give them praise for that. That would be amazing. I don't know if they can do it. I think it's very unlikely, to be honest, because it has been many years since that episode. But man, if they could do that, if they could get the Eastman actor back, that would be such a treat. I mean, that would be so incredible. I would absolutely love that. Now, here's the thing about it too, right? Is that if we're going to get a Eastman, hallucination, okay, now this one's very unlikely because one is already a bit of a stretch, but I personally would love this, is what if you had also the actor for Jared that came back, right? And again, I'm just talking, very out there stuff. This is probably not going to happen, but personally for me, this is what I would do. I would bring the Jared actor back, right? And he would be talking smack to Morgan and be like, you lost another wife figure. Of course, you lost another one. Of course you did, And Jared would kind of look at Morgan and be like, you got a daughter? And, he's like, well, she's still alive. Enjoy that while it lasts, And he'd be like talking smack to Morgan, and Morgan, like maybe Morgan kills Jared again or something in his mind and gets him to shut up, right? And that's like just messing Morgan up, like Jared saying, yeah, your daughter will be dead soon. I guarantee you your daughter's going to die too. You couldn't protect Grace, you're not going to be able to protect her either. You're living a fantasy thinking you're going to keep her alive, And then frickin' Morgan like kills Jared in his mind again, right? Which would be so cool. And then later on in that episode, Eastman talks to him and gets his mind back on track. And Eastman's what pulls him out of this crazy town for the last time, right? And they conclude Morgan's story on Fear, raising Mo and being a good father and remembering that all life is precious. I think, to me, that would be the greatest, endpoint for Morgan. Do I want him to go out and find Rick? Yes, I do. Do I want him to go out and do this stuff? Absolutely. But we're not going to rule it out because Lenny James has said in interviews recently that he will come back if something interesting happens. So, if Andrew Lincoln wants to do a scene with Lenny again, I feel like they'll probably do it. And Lenny will probably come back. But at least for Morgan right now, that would be the best conclusion. That would be amazing. He loses Grace. He loses Mo. He goes clear mode, gets Mo back from Padre, kills a whole bunch of people, just goes absolutely nuts. He goes back to Eastman's place. They bury Grace. And then he has a hallucination with Eastman. I would rather it starts with Jared talking smack to him, and then like Eastman comes in and kind of helps him, And then Morgan teaches Mo how to use the staff, right? You get like a very similar montage. And he kind of helps her through the death of her mother as well, too, right? And then they, live happily ever after. Morgan can raise his kid now, and everything's good. I think that would be best case scenario. And towards the end of the show, Morgan is, going to be a good father for Mo. I think that'd be great, to be honest. I really do. So, I don't know. I think that would be really, really incredible. I don't know if they'll do all that. I don't know if they'll go all out, but we know that they're going back to Eastman's old, house. We know that is definitely going to happen. So, past that, we'll see what they do. But, and even if, we don't get any hallucinations, which is what I'm expecting, they're just going to go back there and reminisce. But it would be so good. It would be so good if they get Eastman back, and the cherry on top would be Jared, You get Jared back talking smack to him, and then you get Eastman coming back, and then, kind of have Morgan kind of come back to reality. I mean, I think that would be incredible, but they're not going to do all that, but that's what I would do probably if I was, show running. I think that would be really incredible. But anyway, that's that. Let me know in the comment section below. What do you guys think about Morgan going back to Eastman's old location? We do have more old locations coming up. King County wasn't the only one, so this is going to be very interesting to see, and I'm excited to see how they wrap up Lenny James's Morgan character after all these years. It's going to be emotional. It's going to be awesome, though, and I'm very much looking forward to it. So anyway, if you're new to the channel, guys, and you enjoy this video, make sure to click that subscribe button so you don't miss any other videos for Fear of the Walking Dead. Make sure to follow me on Dan's The Walking Dead Reviews on Instagram, guys, and of course, I'll see you guys really soon for more videos for Fear of the Walking Dead. Enjoy the rest of your day, guys, and peace out.